who are these people who are raising you? Who are they? Having patience with your parents and developing compassionate understanding towards their behavior is just as important as setting clear, healthy boundaries. Just because they may have dealt with a lot of unresolved trauma throughout their lives or held on to limited beliefs about their self-worth, it does not give them permission to treat you badly. In this video, I'm going to be diving right in to talk about 8 things you should know about your parents and give you a small view on how their upbringing can impact yours. With that said, let's get to it. Welcome back to SuesSpace. If you are a returning subscriber, I am grateful for your support. Thank you for your likes, your shares, and donations. And if you are new here, welcome. Don't forget to tap the notification bell so that you are notified every time I upload. This will help me with my mission of reaching as many young people as possible. It will also help to grow this space. Forgiving your parents for their flaws, immaturity, and the negative way their behavior has had an impact on your mental health may look impossible to you right now. If you are currently in the "they are ruining my life" stage, I understand exactly how you feel, but it may be helpful for you to understand their journey in order for you to heal the wounds that you believe they caused, forgive them in order for you to move forward. So what are a few things you need to know about your parents? Like, who are these people who are raising you? Who are they? You cannot heal them. I repeat, cannot. You may think you can, but you can't. It's also not your responsibility. We all wish that we could take away their pain and heal their trauma, and you might be trying to do all the right things to receive their approval in hopes that if they are healed, you can have a better relationship with them, one you wish you could have. You believe how well you behave might initiate change in them, but that can become very frustrating when your parent or parents don't see anything wrong with their behavior. Young people, think of it this way. You can't expect someone to show up the way you want or deserve if they're not even emotionally available for themselves. Bottom line is, it's not up to you to heal them. It's up to the individual to want to heal. You are not responsible for their issues. Many parents find it difficult to talk about their trauma, refuse to do self-examinations, or seek professional help. If you're living with parents that say things like,
"What happens in our house stays in our house,"
then you know what I mean, because what's going on in your house may be toxic and they don't want you to talk about it. Projecting their marital, financial, or life issues onto you can be detrimental to your mental health. It's too much for you to handle. No, you are not the reason for your parents' divorce. You are not the reason for their financial struggles or the choices they made when they were younger and now regret. You are not the one who ruined their life. Young people, understand what I'm saying here. You are not the fixer-upper to their problems. Capiche? How involved they are in your adult life is your decision, and it's up to you to decide. As children, we absorb our parents' energy and often copy their behavior. After all, we are taught by what we see and what we hear. As you mature and begin to recognize any unhealed trauma, abuse, or neglect you endured as a child, you may go to your parents to address it. As an adult, if a parent refuses to acknowledge the pain they've caused or the part they played in your childhood trauma, if this is an unhealthy relationship, it is okay to detach yourself until you've healed. You can respect your parents and still detach because you cannot heal in the same place that broke you. You can love them and still be hurt by them too. It took me a while to understand that my parents were probably dealing with their own issues when they had me. Big issues. My brother and sister came first. Huge issues. Parents can hurt you with the words they say, but young people, it's okay to love them while you're healing and learning to love yourself too. Learn how to set clear, healthy boundaries with statements that sound like, "I don't like the way you talk to me," or "Please don't call me that again." No matter how upset you might be, say these statements in a respectable manner. Don't wait for them to acknowledge your trauma to heal it. In other words, they may not acknowledge the pain they've caused. Why? Because they may not see anything wrong with their behavior, or they have problems with admitting when they're wrong or apologizing. If you are waiting for a parent to acknowledge how they've hurt you, prepare to be waiting forever. That get over it attitude is real. You won't always receive an apology, and that can be in any relationship. Instead, look for the lesson. What did this situation teach you? An apology is nice, but your healing is not dependent on what someone does or doesn't do. They are human. Your parents have struggled with their own unresolved trauma, insecurities, and beliefs about their life and self-worth. Doing the best they can with what they know doesn't mean their behavior won't have an impact on your life. It does mean that you are not responsible for how they act, which can be a painful childhood lesson to unlearn. How they see you can be how they see themselves. You can't control other people's minds, and you're definitely not responsible for your parents' perceptions of you. Release the need to become someone that you are not in order to appease your parents. And I'm talking about them trying to make you fulfill their dream when it's not your dream. They had their chance, now it's yours. Your healing brings out their emotional immaturity. When you make a decision to heal and change learned behaviors, it can trigger your parents and people in general in seeing your growth as a potential of becoming more mature than them. They will always see themselves as the parent and you as the child. But if you're healing and growing, their ego may become threatened because it might force them to see parts of themselves that they don't like. Emotional immaturity looks like them becoming defensive when you point out their flaws, passive-aggressive behavior, or them always needed to be right in every situation. They may try to blame you when things go wrong, take everything you say personally, or use guilt to control you by saying things like,
"After all I have done for you."
It's their immature way to make you feel small and unimportant. Growth scares people who don't want to change. Parents who haven't healed from their past are often emotionally unavailable. They're not able to provide you with what they should be able to provide. Hurt people hurt people. And even though one or both of your hurt parents are good people, they may just not have healed. Have an honest conversation with your parents and try to communicate some of the things that were said or done in the past that has hurt you, and see if they're willing to heal with you or a professional. Don't feel defeated if they refuse. Be proud of yourself for doing your part and continue to heal yourself. And that's all for this one. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button before you head out if you haven't already. Thank you for watching. Stay safe and true to yourself until the next one.